I want to tell you a story. It's a true story. A story built on love, courage, and perhaps even a little stupidity. There we are, pictured there. That's me on the right. That's my sister, Elvita, on the left. My mom says when she was first born, I was jealous of her. Well, that's perhaps true. But I can't remember falling in love with that little joker. I thought she was a magician. I was trying to understand how she couldn't walk, yet she could crawl and managed to get inside the refrigerator. Or how she couldn't walk, but she could slide chairs and climb on top of cabinets. I know the girl has a superpower, and that's why I learned to love her. I learned to love the very essence of her, as she's my younger sister. But throughout life, things happen. My sister has the sweetest spirit that I know. She's perhaps the most kindest person that I know. A heart of pure gold. Yet with that comes a little bit of naivety. She trusts, she believes. And with that, sometimes people and entities tend to try to prey. They try to prey on our weak, our sick, our shut in. So even as we embark on this thing that we're all going through, this time of tumultuous change, this time of having been able to practice social distancing, dealing with this invisible enemy. And I need to be perhaps more sensitive to each of you where you are in your walk and dealing with this whole thing. But I'm mindful that I've dealt with this enemy face to face. So as I continue to tell this love story, that my sister was attacked. She had gone to the doctors and they had given her various diagnoses. We couldn't figure it out. And one thing I love about my family, when there's a crisis, we all band together. She was going to different doctors, getting different opinions, and it was so confusing. In fact, that was a confusing part of it. It appeared to me as if her struggle was one of confusion. I mean, this healthy individual now is fidgety, could barely even say her name. A young adult. What happened? Is it depression? Is it thyroid? What is it? The family is on full alert and in deep prayer, myself included. So I remember my sister was checked into a hospital in Jackson. That's when it gets real. You see, we were from the Mississippi Delta, little small town. And once all the local doctors can't do anything in Cleveland, and Clarksdale, and Greenville, gotta take you to the big time, gotta take you to Jackson. That's when it's serious. And that's when I knew it was serious, when I got the call. And I had to answer the call to go see for myself just what's going on. And I remember interacting with her and not realizing exactly what it was, but I had a sense and I had an inclination. So I asked my mom, who's very, very loving and very protective of my younger sibling, if she could come live with me, because I saw something. I saw something that most didn't see. I saw what had a hold of my sister. And I had a trick and I had a plan. My plan is to get this thing on my turf, in my home, in my prayer circle. Now, it probably would have been wise if I would have probably consulted some other people, some other believers, some praying people, but no, I didn't need any room for doubt. I didn't need anybody standing there that didn't believe. So that's what I did. I got her back to my home. And I can remember just finally getting myself prayed up, and I was ready. I had been fasting. I had given some thought and consideration as to what I was going to do. And I realized that I had to kind of draw this thing out. See, when I was looking in my sister's eyes, I saw that this thing, I saw just what it was. It was an entity that had gone inside and had taken hold, and it was causing all this stuff, and I saw it plainly. So I had a plan. My plan worked. I looked her right in her eyes, and I was able to taunt and draw out this enemy. And his ego, it tried, whatever you want to call it, to encapsulate us both. But I told him, I pretty much call him a PUSSY. He took the bait. And with that, I was able to draw him out. And the crazy part is I can remember like all of my body faculties all like just going crazy at the same time. As I drawed him out, he tried to take root in me. And that's how I know the power of the immune system. As my immune system and everything within me just fought to just get rid of this thing that was trying to set in. So I found myself, which is a little bit crazy now, my eyes were watering, my nose was running profusively. I was like throwing up, but I had to like urinate and defecate at the same time. So it was just like everything, the very essence of me, like woke up and like, oh, heck no, you ain't coming up in here. And so, man, it's just like, it was just this crazy reaction that was violent inside of me. And that just expelled his ass. It's like, get up out of here. It was so crazy, so surreal. And now I had drawn him out of her and out of me. The next thing was get him out the house. So I had already like oiled the house down, and I got to get the hell out. And I could sense when it was gone. And man, so the moral of the story is, man, she was after a couple of really a few minutes, she was like getting better and better. And within a couple of days, she was just like back to normal. But that's just a story, a love story, a true story. And I'm thankful now that my sister has grown. Now, as my grandmother and is in a diminished state with Alzheimer's and dementia, it's come full circle as my sister now is a primary caregiver, which is amazing because when you have somebody that's in that type of state, you need somebody that you can trust to see about your loved one, where they can't tell you somebody is harming them. So it's such a thing, such a burden off of us and the family when family steps up. My sister, my Aunt Rose, thank you guys. My mom, you guys are there. My Aunt Ernestine, my Aunt Linda, all of my aunts always traveling back and forth to check on my grandma. Just a real family thing, but it comes just full circle. So as we continue to battle with this invisible enemy, I'm just mindful that I still sense this same vile spirit that's causing division and confusion. So just be mindful that those of you out there that's perhaps not, feeling so, protected, just know that we're all praying. Let's all band together. That's our strength. Our strength is in our numbers. So let's just not attack each other. Let's learn from each other. Let's band together. And in time, our vision shall be made perfect. Well, we'll know exactly what we're dealing with. And we can have even more love stories that we can tell as we get through this. So my sister is not aware that I was going to do this. She's going to find out, just like when you guys did, that I actually put this out there in the ethers. In my spirit, I don't think she would be mad at me. I love you, Elvita. I love you so much, and thankful for everything that you do. Guys, in these days I go by Eliante Vale. That's my God-given name. See, I've always been called Dion, and now I just love my first name. I'm just embracing it. I've always loved it, but people always butcher it up, so I just like, hey, just call me Dion, But so get a copy of my book right now, Revelation. So I'm going to ramp up the content, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this thing. The audiobook should be out within a couple of weeks. I just got the first preview. It is awesome. just how it flows. I'm just really excited about that. So I'll give you guys an update when it comes out. But check me out right now. Revelation been newly revised. Get your copy on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. Again, it's just Eliante Bell just telling a love story of me and my sibling, my sister Elvita. I'm out. Peace.